If you are using the system today, if you are using the system, then you can create a file. You can create a file. Filer first you can create a folder. Let me go here. This one. I will create a folder here. That folder will be called HTML folder. You can also follow me if you are using the system. After that, I have guided you yesterday to install the Notepad++. So that installation is required. If you have it, then okay. If you have not installed, at least today you can install it.
Sir, actually, I tried in my Mac machine, so I could not install Notepad++ here because it is Windows support application.
For Mac, there is called Sublime Editor.
Sublime.
Sublime, Sublime.
Okay, so I will install that one.
Yes. Okay, so hope you are going to make some notes. Now we will start from the HTML point only, because in entire syllabus, that syllabus we have written yesterday is here under this complete syllabus. See, someone is coming here. Hello. Hello. Tell me, sir. Okay, so you are coming now, or you just called for the details? Okay, you will get a call at 10:30. 10:30, other person will call you. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, fine. So we have discussed in this all. Along with that, this all like how multiple technologies are going to work together. In that, HTML is going to be on the front, where CSS will also communicate with HTML. JavaScript will communicate with the HTML. Your other language also going to talk to the HTML. Browser will deal with the HTML. So HTML is coming on the front part from all the side. Okay, HTML is going to come on the front part from all the side. So now what we have to do is we have to understand few points of HTML that is compulsory before writing any example. So if a person is going to learn HTML, what he will learn inside, how the HTML look like inside. In HTML, we have something that is called tags. What is their behavior? How many types are there? When we write the code and run in the browser, if output looks something different, what is their behavior? If output looks something different, what is their behavior? So those complete inner level things we are going to understand where HTML start. Okay, where HTML completely start. For a developer, for lecturer, it will be history, economics, who wrote, when wrote. Even I don't know who wrote and when wrote, but I know why he wrote and where to use and how to use. Okay, so I will be explaining you the completely useful things as a developer, not as a trainer or lecturer, as a developer. Now, I will come to this developer guide. Even if you are following notepad or anything, notebook, you can make a note. Okay. We have 2 points. Understand first both. One is called HTML and another one is called CSS. Yesterday also I have designed a layout. In that layout, I have tried to explain you how HTML and CSS work. Okay. So HTML, write few line of HTML. It's called a hypertext markup language. Full form of HTML. Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Okay. This hypertext markup language, why it is called? Because in entire technology, you have one language that is called HTML that have a sufficient functionality, that have sufficient feature to deal with the browser. Okay, so those language that is completely going to deal with the browser in the term of sending the data, receiving the data, that will be called as a hypertext markup language, and that is only one, that is called HTML. Okay, so people who develop the project in Java, PHP, Node.js, any backend language, any front-end language, but at last they must have to use the HTML. Why? Because HTML is designed and browser is designed in such a way where browser understands the HTML and HTML understands the browser. So again, you can say HTML full form will be hypertext markup language. Okay, what is the use of that? It used to display information, or first we can write what it is inside. It has, I will write in a new line. It has collections of predefined tags. Predefined tags. Okay. HTML has the collections of predefined tags. The HTML tags used to send information and collect information to user via web browser. Okay, I have used in between via web browser. Why? Because the information what is being sent by HTML, it will be get understood by browser, and the user will give the information in HTML only, but not directly via web browser. When you open any website and you enter your username password, it is being held by HTML only. HTML only collect your value. But since HTML is a technology, there must be a platform where the HTML will work. That is called a web browser. Okay, so web browser becomes a platform where HTML code will execute and it will collect the information from user and it will give the information to user. So that point I have written the HTML tag used to send information and collect information to user from where? Via web browser. Now inside the HTML, the HTML tags has limited property value. Then you will ask what is the property value? We are going to study that. The HTML tags has a limited property and values. Now due to this limitation, HTML need support from CSS or responsive page design or responsive web page design. So what this line is representing overall? This line representing saying like you are going to learn the HTML, that is fine. Inside HTML, what you are going to learn? Inside HTML, you are going to learn about the tags. That is the second line. Now, the HTML tag, what is the use of that? So HTML tags used to send information and collect the information to user via web browser. Now, why we need the CSS further? Because HTML says, I have tags, I can pass the information to browser, I can collect the information from browser. But due to limited property and values, I require the support from CSS. For what purpose? For responsive web design, where CSS will come and CSS will support me to change the look and feel, and myself will be able to fit in all the devices. Who says? HTML tag says. HTML tag says I have a feature, I can deal with the browser, but due to there is a limitation on property values, due to that limitation, only HTML will not be sufficient to design a responsive web page. So for that purpose, we required a CSS, and CSS will come and it will combine with HTML, and both will generate a proper output to the user. User requirement will get fulfilled, user satisfaction will happen, it will work in all the devices. That is called responsive web design. Now HTML has explained about itself, saying like, yes, I have this one, I have collections of tag, I can get the information, I can pass the information, but due to that limitation, I require the help from the CSS. Now what CSS will say? CSS is like cascading style set. Cascading style set is the full form of CSS. It has only or it has collections of only property and values. In CSS, you will not have any kind of tags. It has only property value. But in HTML, what we have? It has collections of tags, but this one, limited property and value. That meaning under the HTML, property values are there, but it's a limited. Under the CSS, there is a lot of only property value. HTML tags is not available. Tags are not there. So when you are designing a web page, how you will design? When you are creating a web page, how you will create? I'll write here responsive web page equal to, from HTML, you have to take the tags plus from the CSS, you have to take the property and values. See, one side we have a tags, another side we have a property value. So whoever the UI developer design attractive page in the world, what they do, they take the advantage of HTML and they take the advantage of CSS, both combined together. After that, give a proper output, sufficient, suitable, responsive web page that will fulfill the user requirement. Okay? So this is what you are going to study. From the HTML, you are going to take the tags, and from CSS, you are going to take the property and values. So this one was just one overview of HTML and CSS, how both work. Now our main point is as of now HTML. Inside HTML, as we have written here in the top, it has a collections of predefined tags. So the tags, we have collection of predefined tag, how that look, what is their internal behavior, how many types are there. Before writing a tag in a browser, we need to understand their type, their behavior, and what is that. Okay. Then if you write a line, while writing the line itself, you will understand, oh, this line I'm writing, it is following the particular rule. This line I'm writing is following the particular rule. Okay. So just wait a minute, I'll take some water. Okay, next after that, let me write here when we are writing the HTML tags, when we are going to study HTML tags, what is that? How? So one question comes here, that is called tags. What is that? So the tag is like this. Tag is like this. This is called is a open tag as open tag, and this is called as a close tag. Close tag, open tag and close tag. So in HTML, we'll not have all the tags as a open and close. Some tag will be only open, some tag will be open and close both. Okay, now come down. So tag look like this. Within the less than greater than angle bracket, it will be like a open, a starting, and wherever the slash will come, it's called the ending, closing. Now, since there is a lot of tags in HTML, so how, or if anyone asks like how many type of tags are there, since it has a collections, so do you have any kind of type of tag? Do you have any type of behavior of the tag? What are those? So you can write a note here. So it says like type of tags, type of HTML tags. This is not going to come from any book theory and all. It is just implementation. I'll show you now. When you say the type of tag, okay, our first line is written here on the top. First line is written here in the first section. It says like HTML tags used to collect the information from browser and used to pass the information to browser. Send information and collect information. It should not be collection. Collect information. It used to send information and collect information from and to by a browser. That sentence is okay, no problem. We'll manage by that. So this line was written saying like using HTML tags, you can collect the information from browser, from user via browser. And the same line is saying using the HTML tag, you can give the information to browser, to user via browser. Below, when we come to the point saying like, yes, inside the HTML, there is a lot of tags. So how can you say, yes, this is the particular type and this is the particular type? So one question came in front of us. Do have any kind of type of tags? Or all the HTML tags are of the same type? No, it is not same type. It is of different types. What are those? Okay, let's come to the browser and check it first. I will open any website and from there we'll see how many types of tags are there. What we do in the web browser normally. So suppose if I open our website, that is called InfoCampus website. Not only this, any website you can open and you can have a look at that, and from there we can understand. Suppose this is one page under the InfoCampus website. This page is for the Java training page. Now in this page, what we have, we can see there is a two type of contents. In fact, all are text and image only. Text, image, icon, text, image, icon, text, image, icon. Okay. But when the user will come to this page, what they can do, they can read the content. This is one called as output. They can read the content. This is called as output. They can read the content. This all are called as output. Okay, wherever they will go, they can read the content. This is called as output. But in the same page, there is one place where user can do the input also. Right? You can see here, user can do the input also. So whenever you have opened the page till date, or you are going to open the page, or maybe you have opened the page now also. So in a web page, what a user can do two work. One, they can see the output, another one, they can do the input. If you remember YouTube, when you go to the YouTube, you watch the video over there. So the video is playing there. Question is where that video come from. Someone has uploaded the video. So the people who upload the video, for whom it becomes the input, they are giving the input. The people who play the video, watch the video, for them become the output. When you go to your Gmail, when you write an email, when you compose an email, For you, it becomes an input. You are giving the input to under the text boxes separate. Where your email will deliver, the person will read your email. For him, becomes an output. When you come to the Facebook, when you upload a photo, when you post something, that becomes the input for you. But other friend, where you have posted, where you have commented, for them it becomes a output. When you go to the Flipkart, you see the products, that is called as a output. Now product name, price, quantity is uploaded by vendor. When the vendor will log in and he will upload the product, for them it's become as a input. So overall, not using from the book I'm saying, not from the any kind of other source I'm saying, just in your day-to-day life, what you have implemented from that source, I'm trying to make it identify. Okay, saying like when a user will come to the web page, definitely information will get display or collect via the HTML web browser, where HTML will play the major role. But when user is giving the input, when the user is seeing the output, overall, everywhere in any web application, whatever you have seen till date, or you are going to see till date, okay? Everywhere we cross through the two work only. Give the input, see the output. See the direct output, first give the input, then see the output. So input, output, input, output, input, output. Okay. So in HTML today onwards, if anyone asks how many type of tags are there, okay, we will not say 100 type, 20 type, 30 type, 40 type. Okay. Overall, according to the internet, what we use in day-to-day life and what we are going to write the code, okay, overall experience will say yes, all the HTML tags are going to split into two parts. One is called input tags, another one is called output tag. Through the input tag, we collect the input from user. Through output tag, we display the output to user. Now the type of input will be different and type of output will be different. So overall, I will write here one simple answer saying like the first one is called as a input tags and the second one will be called as a output tags. Input tag and output tag. Now single line definition if you want to write, you can write here. Input tag for what purpose? It used to collect input from user. Another one, output tag for what purpose? It used to display output to user. One is going to take the input, another one is going to display the output. Okay. So wherever we see yes is the input tag, input is asking, that meaning definitely it's called a input tag. Where we see yes, it's displaying the output, it's called a output tag. Okay. So how many type of tag? How many type of tag? One or two? Two. One is called input, another one is called output. When you go to the Gmail today, and when it asks the login, okay, when you go to the Gmail and there if it is asking okay login, then at the time of login, you will enter your email and password, right? So that is called which tag? Input tag. Once you go inside, list of email will come. When you click on any email, it will display the content. That is called what? Output. When you click on compose email, then it will give a text box, enter to address, CC, BCC, subject line, message, right? Those are called what? Input. Upload a file, attach a file, that is called input, right? So based on our day-to-day life experience, we divided into two types, input and output. The way of learning will be here. First, we will finish the output tag. After finishing the output tag, we'll come to the input tag. We'll finish the input tag, then we'll combine together input and output. It will become a project. Okay, in HTML. Now we will come here. Next point. Since we have two type of tag, input tags will be many, output tags will be many. Okay. Now, when you say yes, we have many input tags and many output tags. So is there any other difference in that, or all look similar, or how is that? That is called behavior. So we got 2 points, that is called type of tag as an input tag and output tag. Another 2 points we have called the behavior of HTML tags. Okay. The first point is called dependent. You have already seen, just I need to make it separate. Yes, this is called this one, this is called this one. YouTube you may have followed, you might have seen in the W3 school. Okay, the tags, basic tags are from there only, but based on their type, their behavior, we'll split and then we'll study, then it will create a clear concept. So dependent tag we wrote, dependent tag. Okay. Now another one is called independent tag. Independent tag. Before writing a single line of definition, I will write here one simple example. If you have seen, then okay. If you have not seen, then we'll remember it. Okay. Dependent tag, what is that? Dependent tags are those tags that tag should open and close. Dependent tags are those tags that tag must open. Open will be there, but along with open, closing is also required. For example, suppose not from HTML tag, if I write like this, ABC open and ABC got a close. ABC open and ABC close. ABC open and ABC close. Okay, so in this case, what you can see, ABC tag become as a dependent tag. Open is separate and close is separate. Similar way, now come to the tag you have seen or we are going to write. You might have seen HTML open like this and HTML get closed like this. So this is called a dependent tag. HTML other tag, if I write body open like this and body closed like this, this is also called a dependent tag. So not only this much, there is unlimited tags in the HTML. Those all tags are open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. Why we need to remember this rule regulation? Because at last your page is going to run in the browser, right? And you are going to create the application not for your use. You are going to create the application for public use. Now when you talk about the public, in my computer Mozilla I have different version, Chrome I have different version. In your computer Mozilla Chrome I will be different version, right? So it is not necessary everyone's system is following the same configuration and same version of browser and everything. So our page should be in such a way that should work in all the devices as well as all browsers. So in that case, our page must follow the rule regulation. It should follow the coding standard. It should follow the document structure. Then only it will work in all the browser. So if the suppose HTML is a dependent tag, it must open and close. You have done the open, but you have not done the closing. What will happen? Document structure will be wrong. Okay. Your browser has a feature called DOM, Document Object Model. The DOM library will confuse, saying like, yes, document is a start, but document is not end. Okay. So that is the problem of browser dependent. Your page will become browser dependent. It will not work in all the browsers. It will work in few type of browser, and in few browser it will get break. Okay. So for that, this rule regulation you have to remember. Now, if I write a single line definition here, what is the dependent tag? It's called those tags those tags that has open and close. Those tags that has open and close. Those tags that has open and close. That is called what? Dependent. Right? Writing or not writing? Not writing. This is not available in YouTube. My all videos are private. This is where HTML, ground of the HTML, where HTML starts. So you should make a note. After half an hour, once you go out from the class, on the road, you will see the BMTC, you will see the two-wheeler, you will see the four-wheeler, you will see the houses, you will see the people with the fighting. You will get involved in some other process. And this half an hour, 1 hour class, you will overlap by something else. Now in evening, how to remember? If notes will be there, you can open it and have a look once. You will remember entire story. Okay. Let's go ahead. So what we wrote in HTML, we have how many type of tag? Two type of tag. One is called input tag. Another one is called output tag. Now after that, when we come inside the tags, since we are going to write it in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, React, everywhere, you must have to understand in and out everything. So for that, we wrote, okay, let's understand what type of behaviors are there. Like suppose in day-to-day life example, when you say yes, there is a two type of human, male and female. Categorized into two type only, male and female. Every male is not same. If you start talk, suppose you take the 100 people, divide into two part, come male one side and female another side. Start taking the interview of 10 males, you will find all 10 people, the way of talking are different. All the behaviors are different. If you talk to the 10 female, everyone, the behavior, the way of talking is different, right? All are the male female only, but the behavior is different. Now their behavior you have to behave so that it will fit properly. If you will not behave according to their behavior, in 1 hour only fighting will happen, right? So here HTML says, before writing the HTML code, you must understand the in and out of the HTML. What is that? How it works? People get confused in JavaScript. It is not problem of the JavaScript. People will get confused. Sometimes many people who directly landed under the JavaScript, they have not gone to the HTML and all, they will confuse in JavaScript. Why they will confuse? Because they don't have the ground knowledge of HTML. In JavaScript will change the behavior of HTML tags, right? And they are not aware of HTML tag. They will get confused. So it is not the problem of JavaScript. The problem of where? HTML. The person is not aware of HTML and is trying to touch directly JavaScript. JavaScript say, I need HTML as well. In JavaScript, wherever the HTML codes they will change, people will get confused definitely. So, okay, let's come next. So we understood behavior. One behavior is dependent tags. Those tags that will be open, close, all will be called as dependent. Another one we have called independent. Let me come here, write an example first. Hello, sir. Yes. आप चल मैं क्लास में हूँ, कॉल कीजिए 9:30 में. कौन सा बिल्डिंग में हो आप? ग्राउंड फ्लोर में, मतलब क्या है शॉप का नाम क्या बताइए, बिल्डिंग का नाम? आई का था साड़ी साड़ी के उसके सेकंड फ्लोर में. हाँ आ सकते हैं, मैं सेकंड फ्लोर में आके बैठो आप रिसेप्शन पे, कोई आके टेक केयर करेगा. Okay, sorry. So it's called independent tag. Now, what is the independent tag? Independent tag says like, let's look like this. Suppose I write here college example. Here, if I write call a tag called ABC and just leave like that. If I write a tag called XYZ and if I leave like this, you can see here in the previous example you saw ABC was open one side and close one side. Then you will say, how can you say is a close? I have written in the beginning only. The tag will end by slash, that is called a close. The tag will open without slash, that is called a open. So here ABC open, ABC close. But at this place, ABC is open, closing is not there, right? XYZ is open, closing is not there. Okay, similar way, now if I come to the HTML tags, there is a tag called BR, there is a tag called HR, okay, there is a tag called IMG, correct? These all are called a what? These all are called a independent tag. Now how to differentiate both? Then we can write the simple definition. Those tags that has open and close, that is called a dependent. Those tags that has only open, that is called a independent. But in this, there is a little rule regulation. Okay, independent tag is also called a self-closing tag. Self-closing tag. What is that self-closing tag? If we are writing like this, it will work in HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, jQuery Ajax, everywhere it will work. But under the Angular and React, there is a different rule regulation. Okay, under the Angular and React, there is a different kind of compiler. It's parse the code in different way. So Angular and React says like, if your tag is independent tag, it must be this one. What? Self-closing. Like open is okay, fine, but if slash will not come in the last, Angular compiler, React compiler will get confused. This tag is open and it's nowhere closed. So what will happen? Angular will give error, template parsing error. React will give error, JSX fragment mismatch. Okay. So in that case, the self-closing tag will come and self-closing tag will say like this. Whichever the tag you have, you do like this. Keep the slash in the last. So suppose ABC is there, no problem. What we'll do? We'll put the slash in the last. XYZ slash in the last. BR slash in the last. HR slash in the last, as well as IMG also slash in the last. Now, if you put the slash in the last, what will happen? This will work in HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, React, Angular. Everywhere it is going to work. Because number one, it is following the independent tag rule. And number two, it is following which one? Self-closing tag, right? So, hope you got idea. In HTML, we have two type of tag, input tag and output tag. In that, if you look behavior-wise, there is a two type of behavior. One is called dependent, those tag that has open and close. Another one is called the independent tag, those tag that has only open. But since the technology got enhanced a little, in that some other rule regulation came that says like, if your tag is independent tag, better you keep as a which one? Self-closing, open and close together. So I will write a single line definition here. Those tags that has open and close. Oh, sorry, that has only open. That has only open. Closing is like it's called only open. You can keep in the last called self-closing. It is self-closing, right? So how many behavior you found? Two behavior. Let's come. Now two more behavior is there. So this two behavior is for what purpose? If you remember this two behavior, your page will not be browser dependent. It will become a browser independent. Like it will work in all the browsers. In this rule, if anything went wrong, your page will become browser dependent. It may work in Mozilla, it may work in Chrome, it may not work in the IE, it may not work in the Edge. Okay, Safari, Opera, multiple are there in the market. Okay, so because of mismatch in this rule, the page will become a browser dependent. Okay, now remaining two more rules we have. That is for what purpose? Call it a responsive page design. Okay, two rule we have that is going to guide you for the responsive web design. Now, what is the responsive web design? A person, when he's when he's working in the office or when his laptop is open, he will open the website in the laptop directly. He want to search something, where he will search He will search in the laptop. Same user, same person, when his laptop is not running, laptop is off, he is in the home, he want to search something, he will search in the mobile. Correct? Now same user, mobile is not available with him, he is somewhere in the meeting, he is using a tab, at the same time what he will do? He will not on the laptop, he will not on the mobile, he will use the tab, right? So overall, in day-to-day life now, you are going to face minimum 3 type of devices. Okay, that is the user requirement. Okay, we cannot ask user, okay, no, my page will not work in mobile. User will close your page. They will say, okay, like you, there is a lot of website. Okay, so as of now, according to user requirement, minimum your page should support for the 3 type of device. One is extra small, that is called mobile phone. Another one is called a small tab, and another one is called a large, that is called laptop. But in fact, we have 6 type of devices: extra small, medium, large, extra large, and double extra large. Based on the screen size, it's divided. Okay, that is the part of CSS once we come to study. But at this point, 2 more point we have to study. That is called to behavior to understand the or to make the page as a responsive page. Okay, in that the first one is called a block level tag. Block label tag. Block label tag. Another one is called a inline tag. Inline tag. Block level tag and inline tag. Okay. Block level tag and inline tag. Now, first, let me write a single line definition. Then I will open any page and I will show you there. Okay. What is the block level and what is the meaning of inline? See, I will not write such much theory always. First, second class, we have some main point. That point will bring you on the common track. Okay. That point will help you to understand the HTML technology. Now, suppose blindly we start writing a line of code. In your mind, question will come, why I am writing this line? What is the meaning of that? What will happen? Before writing the line, if you understand some line, yes, if it happen like this, it's called this. If it happen like this, then once you create example, while writing the code itself, in your mind, question will come one side and answer will come from the other side. Okay, that way how we do. Now let us say it says like block level tag and another one is called as a inline tag. Block level tag, what is the single line definition for that? Let me write here. Those tags that print a statement. Print a statement in new line. Okay, those tags that print a statement in where? New line. Those tags that print a statement in the new line, we can write here by default. Those tags that print the statement in the new line by default. D-E-F-A-U-L-T. Default. Now coming to the next one, inline tags. Those tags that print a statement in same line by default. Okay, those tags that print the statement in the new line by default. Those tags that print the statement in the same line by default. These 2 points are important point for what purpose? To design a responsive web page. Okay, to design a responsive web page. A second. Hold on. Okay, now let's go ahead. So what is the line? Line says like block level tags are those tags that print a statement where in the new line. And inline tags are those tags that print the statement where in the same line. Now let me go here to the website, any website. Let me come to the home page. Okay, let's come to the home page. When I come to the home page, okay, now in this page, the page is open. Let me come down here and look at here. You can see in this page, this six photos are coming in the same line or new line, same line. Coming down this section, you can see yellow, blue, green, this blue, all four blocks are coming in the same line, one after other. Horizontally, it's got aligned one after other. Let me see something more will be there. Okay. Here also four photos are there. This also coming in the same line. So our theory says if a tag print the statement in the same line, if a tag print the statement in the same line, then it is called as what? Inline. Another theory says if the tag will print the statement in the new line, then it's called as a block level. So you can see this page I have opened in the mobile laptop page up now. So in the laptop, all the four blocks are coming in the same line. So 100% it is called as what? Inline. Right. Now suppose if the same page a person will open in the mobile phone, how it should look? In mobile phone also, if you display 4 block in one line, then what will happen? 6 block in one line, content will become compressed. Because laptop size is 1200 pixel, 1800 pixel, mobile size is 500, 600 pixel, 400 pixel. So the content of it 2000 pixel, if you are going to compress in the 400 pixel, quality will get breakdown. Readers, the people who will come to the page, they will feel difficulties. They have to zoom out, then only they can understand the content. In that case, our policy will come saying like, yes, if the device is a small device, then if the device is large device, then display in the same line. If the device is a small device, then display in the where? New line. Let me show you here. Suppose if I go to the small device, if I come in the mobile size, what will happen is You can see here. Let me keep little more smaller, minus 80%. Okay. Let me go here. 2 are coming, 100% it will do. Let's go here. You can see what is happening now. This all 6 was going to the same line, but now where it is printing? It is printing in the new line. Not only this website I am talking. Here, come down. This all 4 blocks was coming in the same line, one after other. Now all blocks are going to where? New line. So this is the benefit of this point. Which point? Block and inline. So now what will happen? Inside the HTML, you have many tags that is by default is a block level that will always print in the new line. And many tags we have that by default it will print in the same line. Our requirement will say according to device, convert from block to inline, and according to requirement, convert from inline to block. Okay, that will be called a responsive design. Let me write here below. This 2-line theory, just remember. Now what is that? When a person say, I am able to design a responsive web page, or whenever the email will come, whenever the job requirement will come, in that it will be written, person should be able to design the responsive web page using HTML, CSS, and many more. Okay. So responsive web page meaning is what? What is the meaning of that? Okay. Definitely according to device, you are going to rearrange the content, but technical word. In the term of technical, how you can explain? You can explain like this. Okay. A block level tag. A block level tag, you have to convert block level tag, convert into inline, and again inline tag convert into where? Block level tag. Block level tag you have to convert into inline, and inline tag you have to convert into block. How? That is using CSS. Using CSS. Then only when you open the Flipkart in the laptop, it will display 4 products in one line. Now same Flipkart and Amazon, if you open in mobile phone, 1 product will come in one line, remaining product will go to where? New line. That is called what? If the device is large device, 4 product will come in one line. That is called a inline. Remaining will go to the new line. That is called again inline. But in mobile phone, if you display 4 product, what will happen? It will become compressed. User will not understand the content. User cannot buy that. In that case, if the device is large device, display the content as a inline. If the device is a small device, display the content into what? Block. Okay. That is the main point of the responsive web designer. Maybe this point may have confused you, but don't worry. One example will clear everything. Okay. Now count from beginning. What we have inside HTML, we have the list of tags. We are going to study how the tag look like. Tag look like this. This is called open, and this is called a close. Total how many types of tag will be there? According to your day-to-day experience, it will be of 2 types, input and output. Via input tag, you are going to collect information from user, and via output tag, you are going to display the information to user. Next, behavior of HTML tag. What will be the behavior of HTML tags? So the behavior of HTML tags will be, if the tag is open and closed, it is called a dependent. If the tag is only open, it is called a independent. Why this we need to understand? Because the pages you are going to create, it should not be browser dependent. It should be browser independent. It should work in all the browser. So for that purpose, we need to remember this rule. Okay. Another one. Next, you are going to create the page that should work in all the devices. So for that, we have to remember another two rule. If the tag is printing in the new line always, we have to convert into block. If the tag is printing in the same line, we have to print in the new line, right? According to device. So that is called a responsive design. So at this point, you have 2 point main. One is called block level tag, those tag that always print in the new line. Inline tag that always print in the same line. Now we will utilize this feature and we will check what is the device of the user, what is the screen size. If the screen size is large, then all, whether it's a inline or block, no problem, convert all into inline. So all will print where? In the same line. If the device is very small, content should not confuse to the user. User should be comfortable to read the content. In that case, convert from inline to block so that all will go to where? New line. You open the website, no, in day-to-day life in mobile. When you open in the laptop, it will be organized properly in one line, blocks wise content will come. When you open in mobile phone, all will go like length will become bigger. We have to go up, down, and then we can see the content. That is only called a block and inline and inline. Okay, it's not good. But technically, code wise, how to implement, okay, that we are going to study next. Okay, so hope till here you are clear what is the meaning of which one? This 6 point. This 6 point is important for every developer, whether you are 0 year experience or 10 year experience, no problem. This everyone write this one. Okay, but when we explain them, okay, this is called this, this is called this, this is called this, this is called this. Then we'll go, oh, I'm already using this. Okay, come next. Now I will create one example and we'll see in that how that will look like. Okay, so today just you follow the note, it's very good, no problem. Tomorrow onwards I will be guiding you, creating the folder, creating the file, running the page, everything. Okay, now let me go and create an example where we need to prove really this all are like this only, all the tag look like this itself or something else. So let me create a file, just random, I'll create a file and then I'll guide you a few points, be clear. Okay, I wrote a file, I created a file, my file name is called test.html. Okay, now in the test.html, test.html file, we are going to understand how to write the HTML code. Okay, every HTML file, whichever the HTML file, not HTML file, whichever the information you are going to display in the browser, it can be through Java, PHP, Node.js or any language. Okay, it has to follow the HTML, and when it comes under the HTML, the file must start from the first line, that is called this HTML start and HTML. Now, as per the discussion, if the tag will open and close, what is called? Is called as a block level, not block level, it's called as a dependent. If the tag is open and closed, it's called as a dependent. So here HTML is open and HTML is closed, that's called as a dependent tag. Next, after that, let me write here this HTML to HTML we have written. Why it's a start only from the HTML? Why can't something else? Because when you run this page in the browser, in browser you have the engines. Every browser have different type of engine. That engine are responsible to process your code. It can be JavaScript code, HTML code, CSS code, any code. Okay, the browser engine is responsible to process your code, right, and convert from this language to machine language and give the output. Now, when your compiler is going to come inside this page, the first line where you have written the HTML. Okay. Question is, why we start only from the HTML? Why can't something else? So solution for that is, answer for that is, in a file, as soon as the compiler will enter, we are informing them saying like this document belong to where? HTML. Right? What we are doing, we are informing to the compiler saying like, as soon as they'll come inside the file, start reading the code. At the first line, it will be informed to the compiler saying like, dear compiler, this content belong to where? HTML. Now compiler will be ready to read the what type of content? HTML content. It will reduce the execution time. Compiler no need to apply their advanced feature to understand the content. Directly it will start reading which one? HTML, start displaying the output. As for example, in day-to-day life, if you ask, suppose you are going for an interview, you went to somewhere, the company you are going for interview, it is in the big tech park where your company is located in the 9th floor of a building. Now you went there, you are not able to see properly code, but yes, it is available in the building number 29. You went to the building number 29 and you went inside the lift and you just press the first floor, company is not there. Again press the second floor, company is not there. Again press the third floor, company is not there. So at last you reach where? 9th floor. There you found the company. But here my question is, how many places you landed? 8 places? There can be a solution also. As soon as you come inside the tech park, or as soon as you come below the lift, or as soon as you come under the building, ground floor, if any board will be there saying like XYZ will be to the 9th floor. One option. So there you can see and directly press the inside the lift which button? 9th number button. Or another solution, if the board is not there, security guard will be there. They will ask where you are going. You will say particular company, you will say 9th floor. So what will happen? Instead of searching and locating manually one by one, directly you are targeting to a particular location. That is overall what? It is going to reduce your time. It is going to reduce your time. Instead of spending 10 minutes finding here, there, directly you reach to the destination. Exact in the same way, you are instructing to the compiler in this file. As soon as the compiler will come, you are instructing saying like, don't spend more time to identify the content. Yes, it is sure the content of the file belong to where? HTML. Or maybe we are informing, yes, inside the file, there is HTML code as well. Okay, so what will happen? Your compiler will be ready to understand the HTML code and execution will be fast. In the single line definition class, we used to write HTML at the first line for what purpose? To increase the execution time, to inform to the compiler saying this document belong to HTML and execute fast, right? Your compiler will understand and execution will be quick. This HTML document will break into two parts. One is called head, okay, and another one is called a body. Head and body. Now, as we discussed today, if the tag is open and closed, what is called? Dependent, 100% dependent. Suppose head is open and by mistake head is not closed. What will happen? It will spoil the area of body or not? Your document will be unstructured document. Your compiler will confuse. Document object model, DOM library of JavaScript will get confused, saying like head is start is nowhere closed, document is unstructured, right? Page browser dependency will happen. It will work in one browser, it will not work in other browser. Because of that we need to remember, yes, if this tag is the dependent, it must and open and close according to need. Okay. Now come inside. Under the body tag, let me write here a tag called h1. You have seen everywhere. Just I'm trying to explain that 6 points. Okay. Hello h1. Hello h1. Next, I will write call another one h2. Hello h2. Some code I have written is something random written. Now our next point was what? The first point was if the tag is open and closed, it is called a dependent. So H1 is also open close, H2 is also open close, right? HTML, head, body, all are open close. So in fact, all are as a dependent. Now, once we run in the browser, then in browser we'll come to know it is inline or block. If both will print in the same line, then we can say it's inline. If both will print in the new line, then we can say it's a block. Let me run it and see how it is happening. Okay. Let us look into the browser, what it says. Now you saw where it is printing. In the same line or new line? New line, right? So if the tag print in the new line, what we will call it? We will call it a block label tag. Those tag that print in the same line. If hello H1 and hello H2 both will print in the same line, then we can say what? Inline. Clear till here? Clear or not clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear, sir.
Okay, so if the tag is open and close, it is called as a dependent. If the tag is only open, then it's called as a independent. So we have written as of now only dependent. Let me come here. Let's write here. Just randomly I'm writing so that the few points was there that you will understand. Let me write a label tag. Label. Keep inside call label 1. Let me write one more call label 2. Label 2. Okay. Now if I run this both, label 2 times I have written. Now let me run both. Let me run this page and see what is happening. See, both are printing where? In the same line. Label 1 and label 2. So what we can say? We can say it's called a inline tag. But in fact, if you look at it, you can see label is also open close. Label is also which tag? Dependent. It is a dependent. It has open and close. But another behavior is inline. H1, H2 is open close. It's a dependent tag. But the behavior is block. Label is open close. But the behavior is inline. Correct? Let me go here and write one more. When you look into the browser, here, is it input or output? What is that? Are you able to input anything here? No. It is just as an output. Anyone, whoever will open this page, what they will see? They will see as a output. They will see as a output. So this becomes a what? Output tag. This becomes a output tag. Let me come down. Write one more tag here just to understand the input type equal to text. Okay, if I run it, see, this is also coming in the same line. Label plus input tag both are coming in the same line, whereas input tag is ready to take the input. Correct? So this from here to here, H1, H2 label becomes an output tag, whereas this becomes a input. Now see, label is open close, so it is called as a dependent. H1 to H6 is open close, it's called as a dependent. Input tag is not closed separately, it is self-closing, right? You saw just slash we have added in the last. So what is that? It's called as a self-closing. But behavior is, look at here. Behavior is what? Not as a block. Behavior is a inline. Behavior is inline. It is printing in the same line. So that's 6 points. What are those? Number 1, we have 2 types of tag, input tag and output tag. Input tag will help you to collect the input. Output tag will help you to display the output. Type of input, type of output is a multiple that we are going to study. Next we have, if the tag will be open and close, like H1, H2 body, it's called as a dependent. If the tag is only open, like the input, it's called as a independent. If the tag will print in the new line, then it is called as a block. If the tag will print in the same line, then it's called as a how many? What is inline? Right? Are you able to count that on finger? Revise once, okay? If the tag is how many type of tag? Two type of tag. One is called in, another one is called output. First point. Second point. If the tag is open and closed, then it's called as a dependent. If the tag is only open, then it's called as a independent. If the tag will print in the same line, it's called as a inline. If the tag will print in the new line, then it's called as a block. That's all. This much we can remember easily, right? And 100% your entire HTML is based on this formula only. Okay, entire whichever the HTML tag we have, all are based on same formula. Okay, so what you should do, right? Tomorrow, I hope everyone will log in the system. Okay, and you have installed the Notepad++. Notepad++ installation is required. Notepad++ or Sublime Editor, anything we install. And after that, from tomorrow, use system. Okay, I will guide you. You can log in the laptop is okay. I will guide you complete from the folder creation, create a folder, create a file. What should be the extension of the file? We'll make a note here. How to run the file. Okay, it will run for individual. Okay, the file will be get created by individual body and it must run by individual. That I will guide you tomorrow, like creation of the file, creation of the folder, writing the code and running the file. 2-3 file will create simply. Create the file, write ABCD and run. Create the file, write ABCD and run. You will have a practice of creating the file. Next we'll start from where? HTML, and we'll start following the tags in the sequence, category wise. What are the input tags will come after a few days. First we'll see the output tags in the sequence, step by step. Within 2-3 days you will become comfortable. Once you create 3-4 files and run the page, automatically confidence will come up. Okay, okay, so we'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll log in at the same time. Tomorrow is which day? Friday, right? Okay, so see you tomorrow again. What time? 8:15 is the login. Till 9:30 will continue, and then let's see you again. Okay, so thank you. See you tomorrow. You will remember this 6 point what we have discussed today. Tomorrow again we'll revise once we start the class. After that we'll continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 You have the system laptop. You can bring from tomorrow. You carry it today? Bring from tomorrow. Because the theoretical part is not much. Theory is just 1 or 2 days. So the theory part will be like theory example. Okay. So you will be making the note, that is one side. Another side, to write the code, the system is required. Okay. System if you have, bring it. That's it.
Sir, this creating file and saving file running and all these very basics. No, that too, everybody will know that, no?
But I have to start from beginning. I don't know. Many people are mechanical. They don't know or they know, right? How I can guess? I cannot guess.
Okay, okay, fine, sir. Okay.
తెలంగాణ అస్సాం లేకుండా వర్షం వచ్చేసరికి వెళ్ళిపోయింది ఫోన్ చేసింది. సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా కంప్లీట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Okay, we'll wait 5 minutes, then we'll start. Just wait for 5 minutes. We were into the data binding, which file? 4 was there. 4 was the example, no? Last example. On key up we have implemented.